Welcome to Shri and Kira Live, the voice of passionate action. Celebrating 21 years of continual public service, Shri and Kira offer you the blessing of the experience of I am as you are. Enjoy timeless wisdom, divine inspiration, community connection, and joyful fun. Discover your best life filled with the peace, love, and joy of the Yoga of Self-Ascension as you ignite your dreams with the law of instantaneous manifestation. And now, sit back and relax and welcome Shri and Kira.
Namaste, beloved ones, and welcome to the voice of passionate action. I am wisdom teacher Sri Ramka.
And I am Master Lady Kira Ra, welcoming you here at this extraordinary moment of potentiality. And as Shri and I have been doing a lot lately, we're feeling called to come to you from our living room. And today our little dog is just so happy about that you might hear this little dog, a couple of them running around playing with toys. We hope that you can have the joyful experience of that as much as we are witnessing them doing that right now. And as we are coming together today, we do want to remind you that this is your moment to be with family. This is your moment to celebrate. This is your moment to snuggle in. Hey, it's Sunday morning, wherever you are. Maybe you're still in the covers. Maybe you're just kind of waking up, right? That first beverage. But wherever you are, this moment is a celebration of you and your heart and your divine mastery presence. And before we go any further today, if you have a set of Egyptian healing rods, bring them into your hands right now. Really hold them. Shri and I are going to demonstrate the couples posture, which if you have one set and you're with another, hold hands in the middle, right hand, sun rod, left hand, moon rod. And I like also holding it to my heart. And as we're doing that, Shri, would you guide us in some deep Ave Sa breath?
So as everybody's getting comfy where you're sitting, bring your attention to your breath and just focus on celebrating the divine. Ave on the inhale. Here we go. Ave. Sa. Letting out the air with the sigh. Let's repeat this. You got it now.
Yes.
Big breath in. Sa. And let a smile come to your face as a signal to your soul that joy is my birthright.
Yes. Joy is the measure. It is the signal. And I'm going to offer my rod back to Shri and sincerely invite you in this moment to notice what you're noticing. If you don't have Egyptian healing rods, that's fine. And if you don't know where to get them, just go to EgyptianHealingRods.com, because not having them is really like you need them at this moment in humanity. And so here we are. We are literally at that moment, that cliffhanger, that moment where every single thing, imagine being at that moment now, and Shri tucked his rods under his legs, which I encourage you to do as well if you have them and you don't want to keep holding them, or put them in your pants pockets or in your under your feet.
Yes.
In this moment right now, Shri, I want to jump right in and notice your hands. Notice your hands, because we're really working with the transmissions and the up level into the alchemical transformation that's already happening to you. You know what, Shri, you're right. Let's just go ahead. Do you feel it? It's miracle energy. Remember, what is miracle energy? It's the blessing where sincerity, love, and presence come together. And so when we come together as family, when we come together as community, if you're over there at YouTube, I hope that you're sharing and posting your love with each other. But when we rub our hands like this, we're energizing. We're bringing that energy in. And as we do that right now, let's bring it in, let's release it and receive it right into your heart. There it is. Because that's the energy that is meeting July. And so I want to share with you right now, July. And we've been talking about this quite a bit. And if you're on our newsletter list, you received an e-card, prayerfully earlier today. Maybe it's the one you clicked through to find this event today. And here's the key. I want to go back to earlier in July. Look at, even before the month began, look at the first, right? So when you see what would have been that last week of June coming into July 1st, you look at that and notice that the entire month, just right off the bat, we had that Mars Jupiter amplification. We had that twinning energy coming in saying, be willing to look at everything, be willing to go beyond where you've ever gone before, and remember that all, and the word all does not have a limitation or a boundary. It's all. So all is being mirrored, and the universe is inviting deeper connected presence.
Take a breath on that. Deeper, connected presence. This means you are conscious. This means your heart is aroused, and that you are in that mirrored experience where the mirror, and as you see on the beautiful artwork on this calendar, the star consciousness right there above the third eye on each side, and the divine portals of energy.
Those cosmic prime meridians.
Yes, that we are in an opportunity to really become ever more conscious of our experience through the mirroring of the universe.
Now, I want you to notice what you're noticing before we go out of gazing at this calendar. And the reason we're leaving it up so long is relax. Remember that July is all about the ascended consciousness of experience. The ascended consciousness of experience. This isn't about experience itself. You're already in that. If you're here experiencing this with us right now, then I want you to look at the ascended numerological code for this month. It's the 11. It's the 1 and the 1. And as Archangel Zadkiel always so lovingly says, the 1 and the 1 will always be the 1 again. And so in the energy of the 1 and the 1 being 1 again, in the energy of everything that's being mirrored, I want you to look at the energy of this very moment. Look at tomorrow. We are right now. We're also at the moment of the inhale. Do you notice those two beautiful experiences of what we would call the head of this body of form mirroring each other? And this week is all about what? The inhale. The Ave, the inhale, because right now, in this very, very moment, we are already in the presence of this extraordinary new moon. And in this energy, in this Shiva-like energy, we had some beautiful beings here all last week. We had 12 people here that were journeying every single night. We did ayahuasca every night, and then San Pedro the final night with our beautiful guest, soon to be hopefully resident ceremonialist, Carolina, and watching them talk about the Shiva moon.
Yes.
And witnessing it over the Compadres Mountains. I don't know about you, Sri, but I pray that we are doing a good enough job conveying to you right now the moment you are in, the blessing of what is coming forward, where we are in the inhale, in the energy of creation itself.
Creation itself. Consider for a moment that all that is the gift of creation, and that you and your life is that wonderful ability to be part of creation and to witness, to be conscious of. To become conscious is a true gift.
Mm-hmm.
So many beings spend so much of their life force energy just focused on survival.
Mm-hmm.
To take a breath, Ave, Sa, even if you have no food on your plate, to be able to be present to the state of experience will lift you into the ability to command that which is needed.
Now, I'm going to stop you on that one. To lift you into that ability which you already have.
You have it.
To command everything that is needed. The law of instantaneous manifestation.
Instantaneous manifestation.
Right? So with that, let's go to the AN. Let's take that in, because everything that we just shared about the energies of the way that the month is laying out, let's look at how it's affecting you. right? So first and foremost, I want you to just gaze over at your beautiful, precious body. So if you look to the right side of this, and remember that these are published in the Sedona Journal every month if you want to grab a hard copy, or digital copies at ShriandKira.com, up there every month, along with much more of the interpretation of what's happening here. Every week, what we're doing is offering you things that are not in those posted areas because they're imminent. And what's imminent right now is July 17, because that's where we're going to land. So, and it's 11:11 as we're sharing this, Shri. Right here in Ecuador, it's 11:11. That means really pay attention, guys,
Yes.
okay? So here we are. We have been hanging out since July 4th. We've been in the lotus chakra. Now, how extraordinary is that? That we have been literally outside of the body in the energy of the lotus chakra. But we've been suspended there since literally the 4th of July, which for us was a very powerful day. I know my life changed that day. Shri's life changed that day. And so tomorrow, some of you right now as you're tuning in, July 17, 2023 is the illuminated presence of freedom. And I want you to breathe that in. This is that freedom that can never be granted to you by a government. It can never be given to you by another. It is that freedom of creation itself. And what it's doing is it's saying, look, you've been in that lotus chakra. You're already here. You're already seeing it. You're already putting it together. You're already feeling it. But we're going to go ahead and we're going to add your infinite presence. And you notice coming out of the lotus chakra, you see up at the top left there, that gray arrow that hits that dotted line. Okay, what's happening, Shri, we can go back to them seeing us right now. Shri's like, I see it, right? He's like, and I don't know how to get us back. Here we are. So here's what's happening right now. Everything in your lotus chakra has been in the energy of the experience that is already forming and has formed the choice that will explode in August. The month of August is explosive, and I have a lot more to say about that in the coming weeks. Right now, in this moment, I want you to stay right here, because we are in a torrential downpour in the storm that is 2023. And the universe is saying, oh, baby, let's see how far you can go. And right now in this moment, we've been building up to it for the past few days, and it's going to lock and load tomorrow. Everything is going to go bam. It's going to get extraordinary, and it will be undeniable, because this is the Endgame alignment heading into August 8, 2023. And I want you to mark your calendar right now, because this is a worldwide event right here at YouTube, Official Shri and Kira. You're getting the announcement right now. You write it down right now, 7 p.m. Eastern Time on 8/8/2023. Be there for WWA Reloaded, because we are in the moment where that alignment and that balance of the divine feminine with the benevolent masculine is coming together as the ultimate trinity.
I'm kind of in awe with the power and presence of this time. It seems, having really been in the flow of the expansion for so many years, and every year it's like another gift.
Right?
Every month is like another gift, and we are in an accelerated experience. And I think many beings are having experiences in their physicalness that is either going to be understood as, okay, I'm expanding, and smile at that, and drink your water, and breathe through it, and move your body, or it can trigger a desire, just put the toothpaste back in the tube. I want to feel dance again. And so I want to just say to all of you, have mercy on yourselves. That what you saw on that ascended numerology chart,
which we're going to go back to in a minute. We're not done.
All the energy up here.
Right?
Consider what that feels like.
Well, and can you tell them, I don't know if you guys know that he is, like, bar none, the single most brilliant medical intuitive on the planet. But I want you to talk to them about what that much mastery presence in that area and the vacancy in the rest of the body. I mean, this could be a really hard time on the mind, a really hard time on the upper body. You could feel overwhelmed, depressed, intense emotion. So would you help them understand
Absolutely,
that? Because
sure.
this is part of what's going. And remember, this week is the inhale. What are you inhaling?
I just want to refresh your memory.
Please do.
So all of the energy of this month, take a look at it.
Really look, guys.
We get a pulse at the high heart and then all these upper chakras.
And here's the deal. When you said pulse at the high heart, that is the 9, which is the entire month itself. Okay. And that should say July, not June. Forgive me. That's a typo. But the entire month itself is the 9. Yeah.
So consider for a moment that all of the universe is basically giving you the most sweet wake-up call.
Yes. Yes.
You know, it's
we
like,
are loved so much, right?
You know, imagine that you're at this cosmic resort. This
is fun. Are you there? I'm there. Are you
this
there?
cosmic resort, and there's so many activities, and you could go to cities, you can go to jungles, you could go wherever.
Why not?
And
why not?
And you hear in the distance an invitation. It's like a little music playing. This is the music of the spheres. This is the music of the universe coming in and tickling you to awakeness. This is the gift that's here. Now, many people, when they feel a little wake-up call, they want to roll over and go back to bed. Other people go, oh, what's that? You might have both experiences. But here's the piece that Kira invited me to share.
Uh-oh. What did I invite you to share?
About the medical intuitive piece. That this energy in the upper chakras, consider for a moment that these upper chakras are like an intersection to the spiritual realms.
So check that out. Look at that as he's talking.
So as we look at the center of your head, what's going on there is your endocrine system. And your endocrine system has just a vast effect on your energy levels, and it can affect your attitude as well. And consider that the lotus chakra, which is that 8th chakra, that transpersonal chakra, is also affecting your 7th chakra. You've got star consciousness being activated and encouraged. Star consciousness is that universal soul energy outside of the personalized experience. And so this too is affecting your brain, your pituitary, your pineal.
Well, and Sri, I want to also mention, because along with it affecting all of that, when you gaze at the chart, remember that this whole cosmic ignition began on the 1st. And when we pay attention that was the 5, that's all about truth.
Yes.
It's all about truth. So remember, guys, that Mars-Jupiter amplification happened on the 1st, but it's the entire month. So if you gaze at the body right now, look at that number 5 on the body, right? Right there, framing the throat chakra, the truth center. Everything is predicated on truth. So how do you stay in balance this month? By not being afraid to be yourself. The end game is to ascend into the conscious awareness of who you are right now. So I want you to look at the clock. The 5 is the only one holding that entire side of the chart. Do you see the power of truth this month, guys? And everything is pulling on your truth. Everything is running through it. And yet it's your truth that's the springboard to the 9, which is the only cardinal point for this entire experience. And it's all about the high heart. And this is really important. And because remember, here's your human heart, which is still governed by the emotions and by all of those other aspects of a densified field of form, right? In this potentiality. The high heart is the anchored presence of the balanced harmony of I am here.
Yes.
I am here is outside of an ego identification that can be bruised or wounded, or a personality that needs affirmation to move forward. It is that moment right now. And that's what the end game is. What is the end game? The end game is that we are now in this very, very specific moment anchored into an aspect of consciousness in this experience of extraordinary form in a way that we have not ever done before.
Yeah.
Now, I want to stop right there and invite you to breathe that in, because what that's going to invite you to do is go beyond your own level of mythology, your own mythological experience of that which you think you are. Remember that we live in a world that deifies post-death. And the reason this deification happens, the reason these acknowledgments happen, the reason so many are recognized after they are, quote, gone, is to be able to sustain the unattainable, to tweak that which was into that which is convenient to keep you ever experiencing self-doubt. Now, I want you to stop and breathe that in, because this is just the tip of what we started revealing last Thursday. And I am so honored, those of you that are on the journey of alchemical transformation, consciously holding humanity right now in this extraordinary S.T.O.R.M that we are in. And if you have not yet joined us, my heart reaches out to you to invite you to really expand beyond the limited perception and belief that only the few, that you must physically die to ascend. This body of form right now is 100% capable of sustaining the ascended presence of your eternal nature in conscious awareness. It's simple and it's not easy, because in this potentiality right now, there is a densified field that is doing its best to keep you stuck. And the only thing that keeps you stuck is your addiction to stuckness. Right?
And the prompts to be stuck include fear and doubt.
Number one prompt.
You know,
Number one, fear and doubt and hesitancy.
and hesitation, and when we doubt ourselves, because if we just pause for a moment, and when we begin to simply ask the question, "Who am I?" or "What am I?"
And get the answer, which you're getting, right? Those of you that are with us, you're already getting it.
That this journey that
Right
Master
on.
Lady Kira Ra began last Thursday, and it continues next Thursday, and you can still jump in and enjoy the fruits of this connection to your divine presence.
Yeah.
To discover more experientially that you are a spiritual being, a powerhouse, and to be in that knowingness, that beingness, affects everything that you touch and do,
Yeah.
thus making space for the law of instantaneous manifestation to mirror back to you that which is required to continue, that which is your joy, your abundance, your gift to the
And
universe.
so there's that word mirror again. So I am going to take that opportunity, and for those of you that
Pop
might
it
have
up.
missed it, to just pop this up one more moment so that you can really get that July is all about the mirrors. All is being mirrored, and the universe is inviting that deeper connected presence. Remember, on that ascended numerology, what's happening right now? That lotus chakra is diving. Dive into. I'm sorry that this is the best that I can offer. What they show me when I put out these planners every year, and I do trust that you have your copy of the planner. And if not, get to ShriandKira.com and get it. And so in this moment of the 6 initiations that are being revealed, and I pray you're with us every Monday right now for these 6 initiations. The first 2 have already been given. Get into the Monday Mastery, get that recurring going, and get the videos of the ones we've already done. Catch up. Try to be there live. Keep going back to those initiations. Those of you that have taken the initiations, talk about it in the chat. Make sure you're staying up with them. What's happening right now, those of you divine masters that have shown up for this alchemical transformation, I bow before you.
Yes.
Because we are in a moment, and this moment is a renaissance. It is a choice. And the end game experience that we are all dancing with right now is the choice as to how this alchemical transformation that will continue churning and brewing and having fun in the sea of neutrality all the way up until the equinox in September, which is when it will finally basically lock the harmonic frequencies that are shifting. how you're dancing over these next few months matters. The choices that you have already made, are making, and will continue to make matter.
Yes.
This is a Renaissance moment. And in this Renaissance, the all is here. And consciousness is at a moment of gazing at itself in the conscious, informed awareness of multiple potentialities in the highest service of calling forward the greatest experience of love in this one.
Yes.
And we're not there yet. Don't delude yourself. All right. We're not there yet. It's not all roses and fairies. They're there. They're part of it. But the key is you do need to do some work. And so one of the things that you absolutely need to do is get this book. And I'm sorry, if nobody else will say it, we'll say it. You need to get this book. Now, if you don't want the paperback, and this is actually 2 very small volumes in one, you can read it over a weekend, but read it slowly, and you're going to want to read it more than once.
It's very rich.
And this is why we made it a paperback at the request of all the people that had the Kindle. 100% of the extraordinarily low price of these volumes is for Global Minga. And what this is a really quick, hey, haven't been with us the past 21 years. This is where we are. This is what's going on. This is the call. And so start there. If you do nothing else, start there and then give it to your friends. Get it out there. Help us get this book. Let's get this book out there again. Mm-hmm. Because the first miracle that's been unfolding here, and then we're going to go to the book. But I want to share with you that this book is, and all of the energies around it. You know what? I'm not going to say a word. I'm going to wait till we go to the book first.
All right.
So we're going to go to the book. So Sri, I'm going to let you share with us.
Sure,
so let's bring our hands to our heart.
So this book is indeed rich, and it takes you by the hand and helps cultivate your recognition of the truth of you.
Yes.
There is nothing that you need to bring in from the outside. It's time to allow what is in you to be mirrored in the outside.
Time to harvest.
So I'm opening up, and I'm on page 43.
Okay, this is in the soft cover, which is the 2 books.
Yeah.
And that would be in which volume if you have the digital?
I think it's
volume 1. Yeah, it's in volume 1 if you have the digital. Okay.
Okay. And let's do this together because it begins with
let's just read the page.
The breath awareness process. So just breathe and be present. Follow along. The journey of self-ascension arises as the natural flow of abundant support. Living as the law of instantaneous manifestation, we remember that unplugging from blind conformity to density, planetary thought body of the mass consciousness, this is possible. Yes, it is yours to claim at any moment. To support your success, try this simple yet powerful breath process. That's from the Navigating the Inner Matrix Journey, which is a training course that we offer.
And it's where I suggest if you have not started and you want to know where to begin, Navigating the Inner Matrix, go to SriandKara.com, look in the home study.
All right. Here's the process. Let's continue to support this and discover the benefit.
Yes.
Number 1, when you feel triggered, bring a hand to your heart. Yes. Consciously inhale a deep breath. 2, focusing on your breath, simply notice your experience. Then, with sincere intention, declare, with your hand still on your heart, in this moment, I trust myself.
In this moment, I trust myself.
Next, 3, relax and breathe deeply into your belly. Big breath in and forcibly exhale. Really feel this. Really do it. And notice the experience now of being more centered in your heart. Declare with presence, hands still on your heart, I tell myself the truth.
I tell myself the truth.
Now, relaxing your hand, allow your breath to be easy and gentle. Explore your feelings and your needs. All emotions are associated with thoughts
Yes.
and needs. Discover your deeper level of truth. Remember, we are responsible for our inner experience of the world. Choose trust, choose joy. It is your birthright.
I think you said that earlier. Joy is your birthright. So please gift yourself today. Gift those who are in need through your kind purchase of this book at Amazon, either in paperback as a 2-volume or in Kindle. You'll want to get both Volume A and Volume B. The moment of the Renaissance before us is inviting us all to rise. This is why on 8/8, the Lion's Gate, we are standing with WWA Reloaded, bringing forward this beautiful Trinity field of energy. And this is our gift again to the world. We will be there at YouTube, right here at Official Sri and Kira. Please mark your calendar. And there are so many miracles that are happening right now. There is so much going on. There are so many of you giving comments. I know Sue's sending them over to us, that we want to offer you about a 1.5-minute journey through a beautiful little film about Tosa Blue Mountain. And during that time, we're going to connect with your comments. So make sure they're there at YouTube. And when we come back, we have so much more to share, and beginning with some of the miracles that are going on here. And take a minute and enjoy. We're right here enjoying it with you.
So, David, what brought you here to that magical land?
I came to Tosa. My wife is the one that got me involved with Sri and Kira, and I find when we came here in November to look at lots for the house, and I found this place that have a magical energy to it that was really, really, for lack of a word, addictive, and it's such a great place to be and a great place to spend my winter months in the future. I've been here for approximately a month, and it's hard to explain. You have to be here to appreciate the energy in this place. But the pyramid of peace is quite the focus point for the energy in this area.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you, you don't realize being in the hustle bustle of the real world how it really affects you. But once you get away from that, you start to wind down a little bit, and you really start to cleanse and get all the bad things out of your system, and your energy starts to open up more, and you just feel a lot better, a lot more happy about things, and really glad we really came down here.
Wonderful.
The guys that are working for me, these are really hard workers. They're doing a great job, lots of energy.
I love those pictures. I was just loving those pictures. And so we wanted to open up with some of our miracles, and we're watching all of your comments pouring in from Sue over there. She's over there in the chat at YouTube. So if you have any comments, you're catching us live, get them over to Sue right now. But we do want to share, drumroll please, that the River House has been purchased. And it has been purchased by an extraordinary couple in our Divine Mastery Presence community who have really embodied the Yoga of Self-Ascension, and we are so honored and grateful. And they have asked to remain anonymous at this time. And so we would like us all in this moment, if you would just bring your hands to your heart, that in that little film you just saw, the River House is no longer available. And what we are grateful for is that it's more available than ever. That because of the kind generosity of this extraordinary couple and their generous purchase of the River House, their sacred intention is to make sure that it remains pretty much like it is, that their intention is to really keep it part of the community.
To support those who come here to be able to participate with the Amazon.
This
touch
was
that water.
This was a humbling act of service and grace and divine mastery in motion, and we just want to publicly bow before them. We did invite them to come on the show, and they are truly right now wanting to just remain in the gift of the gift. And so we're inviting all of you to join us in the law of instantaneous manifestation, because we only knew that we needed to release that about 2 weeks ago. And similarly, as of right now, if you've been thinking about that, it truly is the last lot, and what the magic that's happening here in these homes that are going in. And I mean, it's crazy. Where can you build a stunning home for like $35,000? I mean, it's crazy. And so anyway, this one lot that's left, there's 3 people so far that have said it's theirs, but we know this is the week that the one who says, wait a minute, I'm not just saying it, it really is mine, let's do this. We know this is their week as well. And so we're inviting all of you to reach out and hold the heart of that one, or if a couple people are coming together, I don't know how it's working, but whoever that gifted beingness is that's claiming this, that is an anchor spot that borders the piece that Shri and I actually have remained the custodians of as well. But that lot has the sacred acacia on it. And the one actually that Senor Tigre identified and even carved on to be the wisdom keeper of that whole area. And it's in direct alignment with the center of the compadres. And of course, you hear the river all the time, which is why Shri and I are down there a lot. We'll probably build our own little like retirement RD cabin on it or something. So we are sending that out, that we know this is that week. And so to thank all of you, our beautiful community, for assisting us to create that miracle, and that because of those miracles, the Temple of Peace is happening. And that is such a blessing that I wanted to bring into today before and we're going to next go to your questions and your sharings. But I wanted to share with you, this is a miniature of half of the original book that we use for Monday Mastery. This is the I Am Adorations and Affirmations Part 1. And this beautiful volume was gifted to me by Leslie. I won't use her last name out of privacy. And it had been part of her mother's collection. And upon her mother's passing, she has gifted me with all of these incredible books. And it's just been something that has been a real comfort to me, especially during these past few weeks since July 4th. Mm-hmm. And so, Shri, I heard that in honor of Monday Mastery, in honor of the I Am presence, your divine mastery presence that has you here today to really receive that this endgame energy is a gift. It's a party. Put on your dancing shoes. I know we are. And that before we go any further, we want to just bring in some messages from the Ascended Masters. And I'm hearing from my beloved husband to be the one to just, whatever you are called, let us bring our hands to our heart to receive this message, and then we will receive yours.
All right.
All right.
So here we are. I'm on page 44.
Of course. I love it.
And these are the affirmations and adorations to assist us in our lives. This one begins with, Mighty I Am Presence. See that this house, this environment, and all connected with it are governed harmoniously, and that all who enter manifest only the Ascended Master activity.
And I'm going to ask you to stop. Before we go to the next one, the Saint Germain itself is inviting you to remember that the house that is to be placed in order is the one within. To begin there and then spread that gift. Let us continue.
Mighty I Am Presence, I wash my hands of all things human forever.
Bringing your hands together in miracle presence. Wash them with miracle presence, miracle energy. Fill yourself with the gift of your eternal nature.
Mighty I Am Presence, I insulate my mind, body, being, and world forever from all human creation.
Taking those hands, releasing, and bringing them all around the crown chakra, and knowing I am here, I am ready, I am open. Guide me.
And one more. They say here, they offer this invitation. At least 3 times a day, stand on the floor with your hands upraised and say, "Mighty I am presence, fill me with your love, power, and perfect intelligent direction."
In all ways, remembering that when our hands are raised in the ignition of an ascended heart as the chalice, you are ready to receive the bounty of the law of instantaneous manifestation. It is as simple as steadfast commitment, focused awareness, and complete trust that finds its intersection at sincerity, love, and presence, thereby activating miracles as your everyday state.
Yes.
And so with that, Shri, the miracle of you is something I'm always excited about, and I can see the phone filling up here. So here we go, Shri. Why don't you begin at the beginning?
I'm going to begin at the beginning of some wonderful sharings, and let's see here. Gary shares, how important is it and how significant would living on a ley line be right now?
Well, hey, Gary, good to hear from you. And that's always a great question. You know, the key is this, is that it's not so much about where you live, it's about why you're there.
Mm-hmm.
So remember that your heart, your conscious awareness very much is going to pull you to the where you want to be. And so to let go of any ulterior motive and to notice where you're called raises the answer to the other half of that question. For those that are called there out of sincerity, love, and presence, then there is a natural gravitation for them and perhaps for that energy. It's not always reciprocal, although we're at a moment where reciprocity and balance and collaboration are the way of the new earth, right?
Yes.
So this is something to be paying attention to on every aspect of where you are and how you arrive there. So thank you for asking that question.
All right, here's Pauline, and she says, Master Lady Kira Ra, I love how your hair looks.
You know, I was nervous.
The style is unique.
Thank you. I didn't know what to do with it today. So thank you. I really, really appreciate that a lot, Pauline. Thank you.
And
I really do. No, it was really cute. I really do. Go ahead.
You looking really cute.
Oh, he's so cute.
And Nava shares, I feel the power and presence. Thank you, masters. It feels like a gift.
Thank you for receiving.
Yes.
We each receive at the conscious awareness of the experience that we are prepared and willing to accept. And so why not be the chalice and get filled, right? Open to be and to offer to serve.
And Gary shares a reflection. I now realize why I created so much hell in my life.
Cool.
Because walking through this is a cakewalk. LOL.
Right? And the blessing of being on the other side of that, to be able to honestly say thank you to every aspect of that. And boy, is that freedom, right?
And Cosmonian Starlight shares, I love you guys so much. I confirmed last home I'm from Arcturus. I've never been so happy, strong, confident, healthy, intuitive, sensitive, not scared of anything.
Woo,
I love you guys. So much the numbers are going. I'm not sure the numbers are going.
It's just an infinite presence.
We continue to unfold. Yes.
We're wrapping our arms around you, Angel. Mwah.
Bhatia shares, for sure the wake up is now.
Right now.
Now.
And because of that, everything around you is supporting it, even when the emotional body might want to think otherwise.
Yes. S.T.O.R.M shares, I love using the pineal pyramid process every day.
Yeah, right?
It
Good
feels
girl.
stabilizing and connective.
That's exactly what it is. And thank you for saying yes to that.
Way to go on taking action.
Yeah.
There are so many things we can be doing that are simple, fast and effective to continue to nourish that state of being that is our truth.
Yeah.
And Kyla shares, a lot of magic is flowing within us today. I love it.
And you can feel it, right?
And she continues on.
And watch your hands.
The beauty of the moment for us is to be together.
Yes.
In full form.
Yes.
With open consciousness
Woo-hoo.
and love and purity in the high heart.
I love it.
I bow before all of you,
Yeah.
beloved soul family.
As we bow before you.
Yes. Okay. Whoa, lots of love here.
We like love.
So Newman Beauty shares, giving praise for the birthing of the temple of all sacred things through this mastery presence right here.
Agreed.
The Goddess Temple, a non-denominational church.
Right, right.
And Bhatia continues, I'm going on 4 years with this journey and my life has shifted forever. I am emergence.
Wait a minute. I guess I need to do this then, right? I agree with you. Hold on. Too many clothes.
There it is.
There it is, right? Right with you, sister.
I am emergence.
Itself.
And Kyla continues, I love Tosa Blue Mountain, the most beautiful place on the planet.
And Tosa Blue Mountain loves you and misses you, sweetheart. Let's all wrap our arms around our beautiful Kyla, who's up offering service in the United States right now. But she'll be back home here at Tosa in 10 days. Yay. So we are very excited to welcome you home, sweetheart.
All right, here's a question from Angel Life Therapy.
Hi, sweetheart.
How best can we support our bodies right now when it's screaming to distract us?
Fabulous question. It begins with true nourishment. Now, true nourishment is not just what you eat, but pay attention. If your body is in a moment where you can't physically be as active, then notice what you're eating in response to the lack of activity. Pay attention to that emotional body. What are you reading? What are you listening to? Right? One of the greatest gifts you can give the physical body right now, especially you saw the ascended numerology. We'll put it up again. We have a little more to share there, but you saw what's happening right now. So in that, the greatest gift you can give your physical body is reassurance that you've got this.
Yeah.
And to watch the emotional body through deeper connection. Remember, this is choice. You are having the experience of the choice. And August is going to be an real amplification of July. So great question. Thanks for asking.
Absolutely. You know, and I just want to dovetail on there a moment. It's important that we remember that our bodies are our sacred union partners. This was your first union.
Mm-hmm.
And so we listen to the body.
The house, right?
Yeah.
The I am.
The vessel for the I am.
May this house.
Love your body, listen to your body,
right,
and follow your higher guidance on how to invite the body forward. Mm-hmm. Because your frequencies are lifting. And this vessel is going, oh, there's more.
Because there is, right? And you know, Sri, I wanted to go back and I want to underline the very first thing Sri said was, it's important to remember, and then everything else was a bonus. It's important to remember. Yeah. And that's really why Sri and I are here. I just, you know, before we go any further, because everything you're sharing is so excited, we're so excited to be hearing from all of you and sharing with you. But I want you to also remember that Sri and I had other lives. I was born this way, but then I denied it. And I denied it many, many ways and for a very long time. Please go back and read Sacred Union, The Journey Home. Read all of our books. Find the ones that are out of print. Read them. They matter. Go to our website. Read the articles. Because we understand where you're at. And what we are aware of in this potentiality right now is that the only reason Sri and I are here is for those of you that are gazing at us and either crying, feeling something you haven't felt, noticing a stirring, whatever it is, it's because the universe has touched you on the shoulder and said, beautiful one. Not only have you done this before, you've gone so far beyond what the limited words want you to believe. Mm-hmm. And that we have collectively arrived at this moment of expanded conscious awareness. And that's why the force to stop it is so great. Yeah. Right? Yeah. And the one thing that Sri and I have learned is that at the end of the day, love's always going to win. If you want to even use that sense of polarity of win and lose, because that doesn't exist either. It's just about the harmonic balance. And right now, density is experiencing extreme imbalance. And so it's our moment to come forward and facilitate a balance. All have the right to be. You don't have to agree with them. All have the right to be.
All are finding their way.
And how they find that way will assist a greater balance to restore. And when we can resonate with I am here, leading from our ascended heart, then there is no need for freedom to be granted, because you are living the freedom of the universal experience of divine equanimity. And so let's hear from you. I see lots of blop, blop, blop coming in.
I just want to add one more thing.
I love
An
it, yes.
advanced society is not advanced because of its technology.
Breathe that in. And if you have the 2023 Mastery Planner, go read the full predictions for this year again. Yeah. And if you don't have it, go to Sri and Kira, get it, and read the full predictions.
A whole emergent
because
class
we're in the middle, right? We're in the middle of, and that's part of it, was the rise in the arrogance and the rise in the spiritual technology and what was going to happen this year. And it's all playing out.
Technology is not a measure of advancement. It is a tinker toy for intelligence.
And a whole other show, which
and
we
a
will
whole
have,
other show.
I promise you.
Let's be in the beingness
right.
of that level of consciousness that can smile at the technology and the emergence. And here's more sharings. Okay. So, Pauline asks, is there any update on the other peace pyramid?
Okay, I'm glad you asked.
Coming.
So, the answer is yes, and the answer is, so here's why I'm buttoning my lip. Mark your calendar. We are September, the equinox weekend here is, it's become, it's like a comet that has just landed and the rainbows are opening. We have confirmed many different major tribal leaders. We have confirmed people, I don't even want to say their names yet, but you're going to see it coming out on new artwork very, very quickly. I will share that Wild Abbot Jerry Anderson will be here to do the opening invocation from the center of the pyramid, and it is the Rainforest Renaissance. And the big concert event that we're going to be having in the style of Live Aid, we are coming forward, and our producer, who I'll be introducing you to shortly, whose name I don't want to give you yet, but I'm just so excited. Oh my God. He was the brilliance behind, let's call it the Rainforest Renaissance. And with all my heart and soul, if you can be here live, be here live. It is going to be a weekend of extraordinary ceremonies, extraordinary up level, and we will be announcing where the next pyramid is being built in 2023, probably 2024 in that shoulder area, and celebrating other things that we will be announcing, because remember, 8/8, Lionsgate, right here at YouTube, official Sri and Kira, tell everyone you know. Let's get a minimum of 1,000 people there on August 8th. We can do this live. I know we get thousands later. I'm talking right now live. Get everyone you know to subscribe to the channel. Get everyone you know to be here, because WWA Reloaded is that moment of really offering in this potentiality the blessing of that divine mastery presence in perfect harmony with the divine feminine and the benevolent masculine, radiating an open eye that will stabilize the sea of neutrality in an explosive month through the lioness stepping forward in the unified field, so that all have the opportunity to feel safe enough to rise. Yeah. And that will be the final crest that will take us to this equinox moment. I also want to share with you that we have met and are going to be working with people that are preserving the oldest known cacao in the world. There are miracles happening with the Amazon and Global Minga. You're all of this. If you cannot be here with us live, make sure it's on your calendar to be there for the worldwide broadcast. Help this go viral. This is the moment. This is the moment. And your help is needed, and we're asking for it.
Yes.
Yes.
We take a breath and remember, it's one thing to know. It's another thing to take action out of respect and honoring what you know to be true.
Indeed.
And it is in that taking action that we create the momentum for all.
Yes.
All right, a few more
of
comments.
you.
Elizabeth shares, knowing that we are ever expanding and can fully trust in our divinity is our greatest gift and has guided us through love. That's why we're together.
Mm-hmm.
And,
yes, yes, yes.
And Bhatia offers this little nugget. Fear is just a vessel to push us beyond.
Exactly. And how blissful, beautiful that we have said yes to this now.
And Astaria writes, Namaste, beloved ones. Please share more about how we can communicate with the ones that are not integrating the codes.
Well, first and foremost, what in you thinks you have to? So that's the first thing. There's, I'm not talking about interaction. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about what is communication and what inside of you feels that need. For those that are actively choosing to not integrate the codes, and especially those that have actively chosen not to be there for the alchemical transformation of the sacred alchemy that started last Thursday and will be again next Thursday, there is no thing you can say to them. All you can do is live your greatest life. Perhaps you're at that moment where the universe is saying, are you ready to stand in the truth of who you are? Inviting those to come forward. The 6 initiations, when they are 100% complete, will be available to people only who have completed navigating the inner matrix. So it will be available, but it will only be available if you've completed navigating the inner matrix, because there is a moment of awareness that needs to happen. If you're not getting them live from Shri and I, then there is a level of awareness. Similarly with the sacred sequence. This beautiful moment, this information being shared, same thing. It will also be available, but only if navigating the inner matrix has been taken. The gift, and I love this. I love that you asked this question. I love all of your questions. We love all of you so much. The gift of this endgame moment is that it's really the endgame. Yeah. And so if you absolutely knew that whether or not you say yes to you mattered at every level, if you could really honestly own that, and if you could invite yourself to relax enough to hear beyond, then number one, go back and listen to last week's journey, the first journey of Sacred Sequence, or number two, go get it and listen and catch up. Because right now, the endgame demands, and I apologize for using a definitive word like that, I sincerely do, but they just push them. The mastery presence is very succinct and really has no concern for an ego or a personality self. It's just like boom, boom, boom. And in that moment right now, in that endgame moment, you are capable of embodying your eternal self, of reverse aging, of walking through, breaking your back. You are capable of doing anything. But the fear and the doubt and the hesitancy and the attachment to victim consciousness need to be a shadow that is loved and appreciated for the gift that it gave you to arrive here now. And that's why Shri and I come together with you every week, every Sunday, every 2 Sundays a month right here as our gift to the world on YouTube, 2 Mondays where we are doing the 6 initiations, where for as little as $1 donation, you can be there and really grow beyond. And anything else the universe asks us to do, what we always say is yes.
Yes.
Because you are the master and you deserve it. Know, as Therese said twice today, joy is your birthright.
Inhale joy and relax into the love.
Oh, yeah, baby. Oh, yeah.
So as we are coming to a close for today, I just want to underscore a couple of things that I think are very important to bring to the forefront. One of them is we're all participating in an up level. Yes. However, where you put your attention will determine what's being up leveled.
True.
The other thing is this beautiful, beautiful experience that Master Lady Kira Ra is facilitating in conjunction with the Ascended Realms, the sacred sequence of incarnation. Began last Thursday, continues next Thursday. You can still jump in and participate live in the gift of this, run over to ShriandKira.com and register, and you'll get the recording of last week, and you'll be ready for the live participation this Thursday. This is a gift. Claim it.
Thank you. And until we have the gift of seeing you then, or at Monday Mastery, or remember 88 Lionsgate, WWA, Reloaded, live at YouTube, and of course, September 20th, the equinox on the 22nd, 23rd. Get here live if you can, and if not, mark it on your calendar now and tell everybody.
We love you.
With all our hearts.
See you soon.
Mwah.
Namaste.
Thank you for joining us at Shri and Kira Live. To have your questions answered, send us an email to guest@shriandkiraradio.com and check out more information at shriandkira.com. See you next week. Namaste.